No, Pat O'Connor. So Adare are through to the Limerick Senior Football Championship semi-final after a victory over Newcastlewest. First of all, any neutral, if there was any neutrals in here tonight, they were treated a fantastic game of football. It was a really, really entertaining game from start to finish.
Yeah, I suppose when you're on the sideline, Tom, it's difficult. You get so caught up in the emotion of the game and you're following the game. But absolutely, I thought it was a fine game of football. I think it's been a very good championship so far, and I think the standard's been quite high. And again, I suppose, look, people were touting, that we were the two best teams in it. That remains to be seen. We didn't believe that, but we had two very good football teams out there tonight, both very determined to give a good performance, and I think that's what we saw, a fine game of football.
It was more or less a year ago today that Adare were dethroned by the eventual county champions Newcastlewest. So
yes, indeed.
It's pretty sweet to turn the tables on them, because they are a very good side, and it took an awfully strong effort to defeat them over the.
Yeah, look, they're a fine side, and they were very worthy county champions last year. As you said, 12 months ago, we were very disappointed. Now, in fairness, Newcastlewest brought an intensity to that game, and they took us by surprise. But in fairness to them, it wasn't just intensity. They were very skillful, and they're fine footballers. So since that night, every conversation, every training session we've always been anxious to get back to this stage again. Not necessarily to play Newcastlewest, but we wanted to get back into a county semi-final and final again to remove that hurt, if you like. And so tonight, two things are very pleasing. The result, obviously, and we get to a county semi-final, and that's all we've done. We've won no silverware, but also the performance. We were very pleased with the way we performed and won the match.
Yeah, the efficiency up front. I think you only kicked 4 wides in the entire hour.
Right.
But on top of that, then when you took Davy Lyons off at half time, his replacement Jack English kicked a point within about I think 100 seconds.
Yes.
And then Davy came back on, or Mikey. I should say, came back on and kicked 3 points.
Yeah.
From a management that team, it must be extremely satisfying when that happens.
It was, and I suppose, look, we were beaten by Father Casey's 3 weeks ago, and as we said, it was probably the right time if we were going to be beaten. No, we didn't go out to be beaten, but we had 3 weeks to work on it, and one of the areas we were slightly concerned about was our execution of chances. So we worked for the last 3 weeks very much on, when you get chances, just execute them, and trying to improve our percentage success rate on that. And I think apart from the first 10 minutes when we probably had 3 poor enough wides, after that I think our conversion rate of chances was very high.
Galbally now, the draw has just been made. It's Galbally
okay.
in the semi-final now. I know you're going to say that you haven't seen them, and that's fair enough given the restrictions and everything else.
Yes.
But it's a county semi-final. It's you're 60 minutes away from that again. But what's going to be you just had a huddle there. What things need to be addressed between now and then? Is it just recovery for the players?
Well, obviously, yeah, it's recovery. I'm not a strength and conditioning coach, but obviously the game is coming now on Sunday, which is fairly fast. I haven't actually seen Galbally play. Galbally have always played good football. Any of the 4 teams left in this championship, as you would expect in a county championship, any of the 4 teams are capable of winning it. And for the next semi-final and final, whoever gets there, it's going to be the team that brings their A game and performs on the day. There's absolutely nothing between these 4 remaining teams, and that's what makes it such a great championship.
The final thing I want to ask you about, it's nothing to do with the game per se, is the welcome back of spectators. Now I know there's a number of them banging the fence there and stuff like that, but it does make an awful lot of difference. I've been to a number of games in the last few weeks where just that extra 50, 100 people, whatever the exact figure is, it seems to make a difference to the players, and it just energises the whole evening, really.
It does, of course. I mean, even at professional level, even professionals who are paid massive money will tell you it isn't the same without spectators, and it's the same tonight. And as you quite rightly said, even with 50 or 100, and even talking to the players before the game, it's great for them, to bring their parents, their partners, their girlfriends, whatever, and it means so much extra. And as you said, even when you've only 50 or 100, by God, the noise level, and the emotion, you can still feel it, so it's great to have them back, absolutely.